This exciting 1-hour special is our 200th show since our launch in 2007, produced by Thule Fog Productions and the Pinwheel Fire Group as our 2017 season finale for the Battalion TV network.
Previously on Harrisburg, Bureau of Fire, we sat down with driver Justin Zimmerman and Battalion Chief Floyd Wise III to learn more about their history with the Bureau of Fire. BC Wise's shift were called to a structure fire where a woman and a baby escaped without harm, but unfortunately, there was massive property loss. During the structure fire, we joined the recall unit, as they were tasked with bringing in extra manpower to help put out the blaze.
I'm going to bring the whole shift out. It's 2016 Dairy, is where the kid's living right now.
BC Wise and the firefighters from his shift picked up a brand new bicycle and presented it to young Jaden after he had lost his in the fire. Welcome to Harrisburg, Bureau of Fire. Harrisburg is the capital city of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and rests on the banks of the Susquehanna River. Located in Dauphin County and 107 miles west of Philadelphia, the capital city has a population of 48,000, but swells to over 100,000 during the work week. Limited to 14 firefighters per 12-hour shift, this department still meets the challenges of keeping the city safe. It's 7 o'clock in the p.m. and we're back at Station 2. This week, we join Battalion Chief Stephen Miller's shift and get a glimpse into the lives of firefighters Kyle Paul, John Wilburn, Brian Riddle, and Bill Russo. The men await their shift debriefing from Battalion Chief Stephen Miller when Deputy Chief Michael Souter checks in.
Oh, you did? Wasn't that nice of you?
Downtown Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and the headquarters of the Bureau of Fire.
My name is Michael Souter. I am the Deputy Fire Chief, Harrisburg Bureau of Fire, and I've been here for 27 years. So Cosmos Boots was kind enough to send us some wear tests, and we're going to take a look at what they got to offer here. So they sent us some structural firefighting boots, and they're going to let us size them and wear test them for a little bit. You know, first impression, I look at weight. I don't want to be lugging around heavy stuff on my feet all day, so the weight is pretty good. I like the no-slip style material here, a little bit different than what I'm used to. We'll see how that plays into the pants running up. And reinforced no toe piece. That's one of the biggest problem areas I think we have is with the toes. They take the beating. We see a lot of problems there and a lot of problems with the fronts peeling back. I see how they reinforced the toe here, which is actually pretty nice. See how they go on. Oh wow, slide on very easily, which is nice. But just at first look, some of the things I like, I definitely like. I like the rigidness here a little bit. It gives me a nice opening to put my foot down in. I do like this. I do appreciate the space here for my calf. I do like the straps. I like them. I can get my hands on them. It looks like that they took a lot of effort to sew this in and hold the straps on real tight, which is good because some of the other boots in the industry, we've pulled those off, and that's been one of the negatives. They're very comfortable. That there's not a lot of extra stuff here, which I think is important because you have a lot of protection there already. They feel really great to touch, nice and soft. The tread plate seems really awesome, nice and deep, so it should clean out pretty well. I like the way they have the toe a little closer together. You put a lot of emphasis on this part of the boot. I like this part right away. When I put them on, I have a bigger calf. And I like the fact, like, I'll tell you, to be honest with you, I put my Hakes on yesterday, and I just bought them, and super tight. Like I had to drive my foot into them. I could hardly get them off. And I know they'll break in, right? But these, that's what I said on the camera, is these feel broken in. Like I put that on, and I don't feel it squishing my foot. It's like it's plug and play. It's like this boot I've had on already. Like I've had it in my gear for the past year and a half. It's already broken in. It's now ready to work.
Firefighter Kyle Paul sat down with us to tell us a little bit about his career with the department.
My name is Kyle Paul. I'm with the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire. I'm currently assigned the front seat of Wagon 4. I volunteered all throughout high school and then 4 years in college out in Johnstown near Pittsburgh. When the call came in, I was really excited. I worked hard for this and I've always wanted to be a firefighter, especially in my hometown, Harrisburg. The call that made me want to be a firefighter for sure was I was on the way to high school one day and some friends of mine wrecked in front of me. There was 5 of them in the car and they were all hospitalized, got flown out, and in a coma for a couple days, so that was kind of scary, but I was right behind them when it happened, so ever since then, they all lived, so ever since then I've always wanted to help people and be a firefighter.
Does that need sprayed down with anything or anything? I don't think so. I never put anything on it. What about when you make pizza? The only pizza I make on this is either on the grill or frozen pizza that doesn't hate it. Okay. We're going to put a little flour on it.
Brian Riddle and John Wilburn continue to prepare dinner as Kyle Paul cleans and sets up the table.
He told me he didn't know what stromboli was earlier. I was like, you're okay with stromboli, right? He's like, what's a stromboli? Where are you from? I was just joking. Oh, yeah. I used to work in San Francisco on Green Street, which is the Italian part of San Francisco. So you know what stromboli is. What are these called? These little garlic balls. Huh? Garlic balls. I love them.
My name is John Wilburn. I'm a firefighter with the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire. I've been here for 3 years now. I am currently assigned to D Platoon, Wagon 4, Rider 2. I started my career as a volunteer firefighter when I was in high school at the University Fire Department, which is about 10 miles down the road, still in Dauphin County. It's where I went to high school. And I actually got hired down in York County, Manchester Township. I was a firefighter there for about 5 years. And then I applied to Harrisburg City because it's a place I've always wanted to work for, and I was lucky enough to get the job, and I've been here for 3 years now. The first call that I really remember was an accident with entrapment, and we cut a lady out of the car. I was in charge of stabilization and making sure the car was secure so that we could operate on it without it moving. We got her out and got her to the hospital, and that was the first call that wasn't like, oh cool, fire call, that was exciting. It was like, hey, we helped that lady out, and it just felt good. And that just really has always stuck with me.
A user for years, Prince George's County Fire EMS tests the newly designed aluminum frame electric and lithium battery powered Valor with its unmatched airflow for maximum ventilation. Truly the most versatile fan in the market. Find out more about the new line of SuperVac fans at www.supervac.com.
301, the 2600 block of Hoffer Street. Possible house fire. Company 30, engine 32, 33, City Wagon 4, City Tower 1, rescues 40 and 44, requesting all units to stand by and station.
Tower 1. Confirming working fire from 2 blocks away. Drop the first alarm.
Bill Russo and Brian Riddle make their way to Tower 1. There's a report of a possible structure fire in neighboring Penbrook Township. B.C. Miller jumps in the buggy as Marty Henderson climbs in Wagon 4. B.C. Miller leads the way in the buggy, Bill Russo follows in Tower 1, and Marty Henderson brings up the rear with Wagon 4.
County 230s on scene, the 2.5 structure, working firefighter through the roof.
Rip your lane on in, you ass white!
County, I need my second engine coming up off of 26 and Hoffer. There's a hydrant that we're moving into. We need them to grab a reverse hand of the structure, please.
Go in here. Right here? Go in the one way. Go in right here. Okay.
Marty Henderson and Wagon 4 tail B.C. Miller's buggy as Tower 1 takes a shortcut.
Engine 32 from Wagon 4. What's your location?
Where's this house on fire? Over there on the left. Up there on the left. Move.
G30.
Shit, sorry.
County Tower 1's arriving.
Tower 1 from truck 32. I think you came off of Warp Street.
I don't got time for that.
Wagon 4 continues to make their way to the fire grounds as B.C. Miller arrives on scene.
Engine 30, let me know when you're ready for water.
Wagon 4 arrives and gets into position on the fire ground.
Wagon. Truck 32 is arriving.
Brian Riddle pulls the first line towards the fire.
Hey, get me water!
Engine 32, can you charge up 5-inch, please?
Give me 2 seconds. Engine 30, comes your water.
Marty, you get me water!
Battalion Chief Miller begins to walk his 360 around the structure.
Back room, this second floor can be searched again. We get this line in here, we hit the ladder sector.
Kyle Paul runs in to give support to Brian Riddle on the porch.
Wait, stop! There's a fucking propane can in there! Slow down! Throw the ladder, and we're searching.
Firefighter Bobby Jones waits for Bill Russo in the bucket.
We gotta get water though. I need water. Marty's get me water. He's getting it right now.
32, how's the hydrant? I need water, please.
Too. Tower 1T4. Hey, got your propane cylinder at your feet. You got water?
Chief Brian Enterline has arrived on scene. He checks in with BC Miller and makes sure all personnel are tactically positioned.
And we were going through a horrible time here in the city. The city was on the brink of bankruptcy. We had a, the administration at the time was not very likable for the fire department. We were kind of like the bastard stepchild, if you will. We had a chief that, was not well liked throughout the ranks of the department. And the election came and the former mayor lost, and it became apparent that the chief and deputy chief were going to be gone and not retained by the current administration. And as things would have it, I ended up being the highest ranking officer in the street, and I was tasked with becoming the acting fire chief. at the ripe age of 38. So it was kind of humbling experience to be asked to lead what is in my mind the best department in Pennsylvania, and being the capital city, the spotlight's always on you, and now to be asked to lead this department from really the brink of near extinction, the way things were going. I get constant people coming up to me, oh my goodness, the chief is helping work. The chief's working. Why is he doing that? For me, it's plain and simple. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to make anybody do anything that I can't do, number one. And I'm going to be out in front of the pack because I'm supposed to be the leader, and I need to set that example of how to work hard. And I grew up working hard. I grew up in a farming family and was cutting wood at 8 years old. And I want to make sure that firefighters coming up understand that I'm not a white shirt sitting behind the desk here, that you have to be able to go out there and still perform the job, and that's why I'm out there doing things right beside the troops. I want them to be there. I want to be there right by their side, giving them that support that they need, as well as working. Look, I love getting dirty.
Hey, Chief! We gotta get to the stairs.
Come on, Marty, come on. Tower's ready for water.
B.C. Miller looks on as a Penbrook firefighter douses the exterior of the structure.
We need water. Is there anybody in there?
Chief Brian Enterline checks in with Fire Chief Jason Musser of Penbrook Township to make sure the departments are on the same page.
Hey, let me get some water, boys.
I know, Bob, there ain't a lot of room, and I can't hear you with that shit on your face either. Aim this down, I'm gonna move over. Hit that fire. Hey, pay attention, you don't hit people.
We have 2 lines working the 2nd floor. One's accessing through side 3.
Can I get water? Nobody's on the 2nd floor? Hold on. Ah, they're up there. I'm seeing them now. Hey, Brian. What? Be advised, you got a heavy load on this porch.
I know.
All right. Give me some water. I'll use a hand line.
Hey, take this. Take that line. Yeah. Is that right? Oh, my hand got a little toasty. All right, go ahead. You going out? I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna leave halfway.
Tower 1 bucket, make sure you don't go inside past that porch, please.
Fucker on. Hey, just be careful, not in the window.
SVI Trucks is a fourth-generation, family-owned, Colorado-based company that specializes in building custom emergency vehicles and has for over 50 years. SVI Trucks has produced over 1,000 emergency service vehicles that are saving lives every day all over the world. SVI Trucks has gained a rock-solid reputation for innovative designs and superior quality. To find out more, go to www.svitrucks.com.
My name is Brian Riddle. I'm a fireman here at the Harrisburg Bureau of Fire, and I'm Rider 1 on Tower 1, D shift. I pulled a line off engine 30, flaked it out in the front yard. Got up on the porch. It was coming across the porch roof, just kind of knocked that down a little bit. Got a little bit in the water in the window, kind of knocked down the front living room as much as I could. Upon pushing up closer to the door, I noticed there was a propane tank inside the front door. So I backed up about 15 feet and just began spraying it to cool it down, see if it was releasing pressure, was it not releasing pressure, was it empty, was it full. Kyle Paul met up with me on the porch. I let him know that there was propane inside the front door. He forced the door for me. We worked our way into the front door, knocked down the living room, but at which point we started pushing up the stairwell, knocked down the fire on the stairs. We worked into the second floor stairway. Fire was coming down across the roof, put that out, got to the top of the standing stairs landing and wasn't going to go too much farther than that. At which point, walked outside, got a changed cylinder, and then came back in and started opening back up.
How far did you off to land? Everything outside
Get it all. Hey, shut that down a second. Give me that knob. No, just hold this.
Can you give me 33?
Now do it.
And 45, please.
Come on, use them big arms, Honky. You want to move it? Because I'm holding it too. Let's get this corner right here. Over a little more. There you go.
73, higher. Stay in, drink your water.
Oh, they're up there. Good. Good. Okay. Hey, that room's lighting off again, Bob, up front. You don't want to push it to them, though. Hold on.
EMTs continue to attend to a Penbrook firefighter.
Scott County, I'm sorry.
Here's 10 minutes.
Wait. Let me get over this so I can help you hold that nozzle. Do you want the other one on? Just hit the corner, okay? Let's get it back. You need it? Okay, I know. I'll hold back here, you grab the nozzle. You ready? Just the corner, nowhere else. Good, shut it down. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it knocked down for them, okay? All right, go just in the corner. Hit the speed of it. Go lower. Right about there. Now go up. Good, put it out. Stop. We just don't want to push anything to them, all right?
Command, I'm pulling everyone on the second floor. Do not bang it until I say so.
Start 1 bucket, did you copy?
Yeah, is everybody out?
Or that's affirmative. Tower 1, can you go ahead and stay on the second floor, please?
DC Miller sends firefighter John Wilburn into the second story of the home before discussing containment with Chief Brian Enterline.
Straight towards the window and above, you've got some burning in the soffit.
Not that, we got that.
County, can you go ahead?
Hey, set that down. Or leave it. You hold this. I'm gonna try and get you to that window if you can break it. Can you hit that fucker? Bobby, that's good. Grab this. Put this in that hole then. In that hole.
Fire has broken out on the side of the structure, under the gable. Chief Brian Enterline checks in on the situation. Chief Enterline and Penbrook Chief Musser try to get some information on the location of the homeowner.
I don't smell it. Where's he work at? The post office. Try to get a hold of him.
Well, they've been trying. All they get is voice recordings. They're talking to somebody.
Send somebody from Susquehanna over to the mail.
I don't know.
Grab a pole and keep moving more. Okay. No more. Shut down. No more.
Battalion Chief Stephen Miller looks into the basement to see the structural integrity of the home.
We're going to get PNC your number then.
Can I get up there?
My name is Bill Russo. I'm with Harrisburg Bureau of Fire. I currently am positioned as driver 2 of Tower 1. I was going to say I had issues, but...
what were your issues?
Well, I had issues because the truck wasn't... the passenger side of the truck wasn't properly pinned. So I had to go around. I checked my compartment, found I didn't have power to the stick. So I had to go back around and check and make sure all the pins were in. Continued up in the truck, up to the roof. I knew we weren't going to cut it because it was vented. It was completely vented. Tried to get water to stang it because there was the house was fully involved. Brian went in with Kyle, who's on the wagon. They made it in, made a nice knock on it. There was still a lot of fire, so I was actually in direct communication with the chief. Was asking him if I could start getting water, start stanging it. And after I got that, we stanged it, and fire went out.
Brian and Johnny are up on the second floor.
Copy that, thank you.
Got 1 and 2 programs. There's a ladder in the rear. He's blocking the way to try to go up that one.
Russo climbs into the second floor at the rear of the structure, where he joins Chief Enterline, Brian Riddle, and John Wilburn.
Is there any other doors?
Now.
E.C. Miller has Bobby Jones get Tower 1 back in the sky.
Yeah, I miss you. Hey, do something, pull that wall down.
Delta side, the ones on the second floor, we need to talk.
Why don't you switch me around? I got it. I'm coming over
Let
there.
me see what it is.
Kyle Paul digs into the first floor walls as engine chauffeur Marty Henderson directs Bobby Jones in the bucket.
Get up in here. Come straight out. You good?
If we, well, I'm just gonna be a bitch. That just goes to a cross street. I'm just thinking maybe if we just take this wall right here, we might be able to get in here with some water, you know, just around it. I mean, that's basically all it's
Right.
There you go.
Have it.
You guys are wasting time.
You want to pull more? What?
You guys are wasting time this morning.
I think I was the only one still in fucking bed. Hey, can he have that real quick? Hey, I'll give you your line back. Just pass the line so he can. I'm giving it to him. The fire's fucking out. Ain't no big deal. Here.
Bill Russo wheels in a SuperVac fan to start the ventilation process of the structure. John Wilburn takes a breather between breaking down walls.
Fire departments across the nation are really checking out the new Vulcan structure boots from Cosmos USA.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, man, I like that room at the top.
Yeah, I did. Super light.
I can feel that arch support.
I do like the straps. I like them. I can get my hands on them.
These are like part of the boot, stitched really far down into it.
They feel good even all the way up.
They do fit good. They feel good. Yeah, I like these.
Put these things to use.
You can check them out at www.cosmosusa.com with a 3-year, 100% warranty. Stop hurting your back. Designed to prevent first responder back injuries and extend careers, the walkboard is the newest innovation in patient extrication. It's a dolly designed specifically for transporting people that must remain supine, lying face up. It allows first responders to roll their patients to safety instead of carrying them. Use the walkboard instead of a rib stretcher, scoop stretcher, or other device that requires carrying. Find out more about the walkboard at www.walkboard.com.
Kyle Paul, Brian Riddle, Bill Russo, Bobby Jones, and Marty Henderson take 5 after the fire is put out. Chief Brian Enterline and Fire Chief Jason Musser of Penbrook Township work as fire investigators and dig through ash in an attempt to find the source of the fire.
Now, stuff that came up on that was solid, not twisted straight.
Talking about? The lamps. Okay. These were right around the vents area here. Wayne! Riddle! Johnny Wilbur! Closer on your side, Brian.
It's early in the AM by the time the crew arrives back at the station.
I didn't even notice that. I'm glad I can back in straight. Yeah.